Tom and Dave's World Cup podcast. 4 days in, few games tonight we'll be looking back on. Germany, Portugal, Iran, Ghana, Nigeria. It was a bad one. It was a bad one. And last night was the late one. We stayed up late for that. Argentina. Some are saying the favourites for the crown. Your favourites, Tom?
No, I'm going with the lesser known Chile for the crown this year.
Okay.
For the World Cup glory.
Okay.
They've impressed me the other day. I feel like they've got a lot of pace, power. But we'll come on to them later.
Okay, we'll move straight into the match focus then tonight, which is Portugal, Germany.
Dave Farthing's match focus.
Okay, so watching the game, I felt that Germany were fucking a lot better actually.
Yeah, no, they've got a good kit this year, really great kit. They were just playing. They just looked a lot happier, didn't they? Playing football. Thomas Muller, I thought was brilliant. Wasn't wearing his shin pads, which was a concern. Seems to be wearing a pair of white socks. Not sure what the kit man's got to say about that, but I'm pretty sure there's some rules on wearing shin pads.
Yeah, I think you've got to have them on this day and age, mate. Yeah. But I tell you, I thought it was an absolute bag of shite. Hugo Almeida.
Hugo Almeida?
Yeah.
You got some beef, have you?
Yeah, I got some beef, mate. Actually, it's rattled my cage so much. I wrote a little poem about
it. you what?
Yeah, well, that's how I deal with anger at the minute, Tom. I write poems.
Dave Farthing's World Cup poem.
Hugo Almeida, is he afraid to score a goaler? He's worse than Scholler.
Yeah, it's nice that, to be fair. Thanks, Dave. You can expect more of that dynamite stuff in next week's podcast. Well, tomorrow's podcast, actually. So
yeah, because this will be coming thick and fast, one each night, to carry in between that difficult period of 10 to 11.
What should we call that period of 10 to 11? Because, there's a lot of people are going to be watching, a lot of people are going to miss the 5 o'clock games with work, etc. 8 o'clock is obviously the prime kick-off. But then there's that horrible time. It's almost a time between like Christmas and New Year. Do you know what I mean? Like there's an hour gap.
It is,
which people have got to fill, and they're not, the BBC, ITV, they're not giving us enough. They're talking about Rooney again. They've got Phil Neville there, who is
not good enough.
He's not good enough. Which we'll go on to fucking pundit review later.
Oh God,
we've got Phil, you're in for some. And so yeah, we decided to do a podcast just to fill just a 10-minute snippet each night, just to pass the time. But Lionel Messi, what do you think last night of Lionel Messi?
I thought, mate...
he's been the critics have been saying that he's been waiting for this World Cup. This is the World Cup that's going to define him.
Yep.
Is he going to prove himself as the world's best player?
Yep.
Playing for Argentina, surrounded by some other great players.
Yep.
But is he gonna step up?
Well, he got off how I expected last night. He got off to a bit of a slow start. Obviously, he's feeling a bit of pressure. People have been saying he's not been playing as well, preparing for the World Cup.
Bit jittery, is he?
Bit jittery, but then, you got that absolute Messi moment of magic.
Yeah.
Which was wonderful. Although someone said to me today, it should have gone down as an own goal.
Who's been saying that to you?
Someone emailed in here, actually. It's come from... Josie.
How can people email in, Dave?
Oh, sorry, I should have cleared that up. If you just email Tom and Dave's World Cup podcast 2013-14 even, at Brazil.com.
At Brazil.com?
Yeah.
This is quite an exclusive email address you've got there.
It's expensive to get a hold of. But this one's come from Joseph Richardson, who said, "Hi Tom and Dave, loving the show. If you look closely..." Oh! Wait! Breaking news! Coming in! Tom, who's at the USA Ghana game. What have you got, Tom?
I've got a goal, Dave, from Clint Dempsey. He's burst through the middle after 42 seconds. He's probably put it in the bottom beans, hasn't he? Bottom cheese. And it's a fantastic start for the US of A and Jurgen Klinsmann. But back to the podcast.
Exciting stuff, actually. Sack off that email. He's a cunt anyway. But that actually leads us on to TP Bet, which is back tonight, and I think it's back in USA. TP, what have you got for us?
TP Bet, it is the baddest tips in the world. What tips will he give you next? TP Bet. Thanks, Dave. So betting this week, I've got a good one for you this week, listeners. Tomorrow there's 3 big games. The first one is Belgium versus Algeria, a really talented Belgium team. A lot of young talent: Eden Hazard, Romelu, Lukaku.
Yeah, it's Romelu.
And I'm backing them to see off Algeria at the 5 o'clock kickoff. We've then got Brazil versus Mexico. I can only after their slightly shaky start against Croatia, I'm only backing Brazil to win that game. I feel like they've settled down. Neymar's going to probably bag another brace. And the last game is Russia-South Korea, which is the 11 p.m. kickoff. And I'm backing Russia to beat the South Koreans there, the little fellas. They're only a small bunch of guys.
They love working hard though, mate, don't they? They'll get around the pitch, those little lads.
They try their best, but
you need more than that.
You need more than that in this World Cup. So I'm saying a treble on tomorrow: Belgium to beat Algeria, Brazil to beat Mexico, and Russia to beat South Korea. So if you put £10 on that, you'll make 45 back.
Is that with TP Bet?
That's with it's with Sky Bet, but
okay,
via me.
Okay.
TP Bet, what bellets will he pon? TP Bet.
Thanks, Tom. So you should follow those because he's called every single one so far, which was USA to beat Ghana, which is happening 2 minutes 54 seconds in. We got any more features, Tom?
We've got. You had a joke, didn't you? World Cup joke. Dave Farthing's World Cup joke.
Yeah, I got a joke.
Here it is.
How does Iniesta catch fishes?
I don't know, Dave. How does Iniesta catch fishes?
He casts the net. He's Spanish castanets.
What?
Cha-cha-cha.
Castanets?
Castanet. It needs work. I wasn't.
It needs work. I mean, and I'm pissed off actually because you said you had a feature for the podcast, and that's the best thing you've got is something. I mean, if you've got a better joke than that, listeners, we've got a World Cup special of creative reviews to give away, which is worth £6.50. So if you email tom.park@me.com or tomanddave@brazil14.com, you can win World Cup special creative review, and you just need to email any best World Cup jokes.
It's got to be better than that Iniesta gag,
which is going to be fucking hard.
It wasn't the best joke.
Yeah. Just to round it off, I've got Dave's come up with a jingle for Tom Park's Ones to Watch.
Let me just find it here.
Have you got the tape there?
Oh, it's TP's Ones to Watch. It's the Ones to Watch from TP.
Thanks, Dave. And this week, I was very impressed. My Ones to Watch is Miralem Pajnic of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I thought he was great against Argentina.
He was fantastic. He seems to have a good left foot on him, didn't he?
He's got a left peg that's going to cause some absolute havoc. He's the chief mischief maker for Bosnia. He was up and down the right wing, cutting inside, whipping in some balls, and keep an eye out for him. That's Pajnic with a silent J.
Yeah, I enjoyed him.
So,
all right. Well, listeners, we'll let you get back off to enjoying the football, which this time tomorrow will be Russia and those little Southern Koreans.
That's about it, I think. I mean, we'll have more features tomorrow.
It's a work in progress.
Some fresh material.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe a couple of more. We'll have a couple more giveaways, so stay tuned for that. And all right, signing off.